survivor's journal. Since I brought back that huge load of ice from the earlier journal entry, I decided I needed a way to quickly transfer it from the scarab into the oxygen generator and the oxygen itself from there to the oxygen tank. And I've decided that I need a big cargo container within range of that O2 room systems, so that I can easily dock the scarab there, transfer the ice onto the generator, and have it fill up the O2 room via the oxygen storage tank. Now that that's covered, it's time that I keep working on the bridge, see if I can't have that sealed off and maintain an airtight lock there, so that I have a slightly more functional and comfortable room from where to work.
Alright, now I have 92% of this oxygen tank right here filled up, so I should be set for a while. I have 300 and something tons of ice, 327 tons of ice. So I should be able to produce a whole load of oxygen from that. And I'm in the clear for a little while. I'd like to redesign my ships before I run out of that, but that remains to be seen. Now comes the time to actually try and figure out how this bridge is going to be laid out, which reminds me, I should get some silicon refining. Let me try and find some silicon here. Silicon ore. I am out of silicon ore. Silicon wafer. 4.6, 10.6, 7.35. I'm gonna have to go on a silicon run, because I don't think bulletproof glass. Let me get my main producer here. I can't produce any more glass. Damn it. How much bulletproof glass do I have? 309 plus 60. Let me try and get this all in one place. We've got one loose there. This is the problem with producing stuff in several assemblers. It all gets messed up, and I should really build a filtering mechanism eventually. That's going to take quite a few resources, and the way I have this set up, 795 it's gonna be good for a few windows. The way I have this set up, it's not ideal for complete item distribution or complete item filtration. I'm going to have to go with classes of items, especially since this is ideal for bulk storage. But right now, I want to be able to actually get some panels, some descriptive panels behind these things, these controls here, so that I know exactly what is what in each of these. So what I believe I'm going to do is build this row of control buttons on this side and put in the panels, see where I go from there. And I have to take into account that for that airlock only, I use the whole bunch of timer blocks, which are these ones, and I think I only have one free timer block left. Yeah, this is the temporary get out protocol. I should hide the protocol ones. Let me see here. Protocol. Yeah, these guys are just the intermediate. So show block in terminal off. So they're off. Now I can, if I need to look for timer blocks. Yeah, timer blocks, and I don't want to see those. Timer block airlock. No. Oh no, it's get. Timer temporary O2 room, get in. Timer temporary O2 room. Get out. Okay. Actually, I don't like that. Let me put enter and exit. Enter and exit. Okay, and the protocol timers, the intermediary timers, will be hidden. Alright, time to get this thing on the move, and this way I'll be able to afterwards actually weld the windows behind these things, these blocks here. Time to do just that. Alright, I think I have everything pretty much covered up. Every LCD in here is offline for now. This one I can actually reprogram now to... Let's see what we have here. Not this. This. So we have the left one to deploy weapons and the right one to retract weapons. So I can take the opportunity and display here, well, the title is actually pretty unimportant. Okay, public title, none, edit, public text, let's say 1. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 from left to right, from the left to right button. So 1 can be deploy defenses. 2 is gonna be nothing, unassigned. 3 unassigned. Well, let me actually put that in there. Unassigned. And 4 is going to retract said weapons, and I am going to put that just like that, and let me see how it shows up. Still not cutting it. Public, show text on screen, of course. Deploy defenses unassigned, and let me see if I can actually get some green going here. Background can be black, and the font size should be, let me go for 2. Oh, that is way too big. Font size 1.5. Yeah, okay, that's much better. And let me remove a couple of paragraphs here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Deploy defenses, unassigned, then assign, then retract. This way I can easily identify which button does what. And now I need to get settled here and finalize the work I've been doing. There you go. And that should be it. As soon as I weld everything up here, this should be good to go. Now, as for these parts, I believe that I am going to go with something along the lines of this guy. Oh, I can't get this to place here. That's odd. I can place it against it, but not like this. Nor like this. Well, what I can attempt to do is leaving the windows just like they were, and I can leave them... No, let me try an inverted flat here and see how much this does the trick. I think it will do. I think it will. So just like that, and then I can place them all like this. Now this should be tall enough, although I would prefer it if it was a little bit taller, but let me check around here. If I come across, if the windows are coming up to here, let me check here. 7. How many windows is this? What am I doing here? What am I doing wrong? Sometimes this is so nerve-wracking to do. So let me place these ones here, and this should give me a tall enough bridge that I can come across with a beam here, and possibly even do it like this. Yeah, this ought to do the trick just fine. It'll connect up. I have to mess around with this connection here, but this should be good to go for an airtight seal. Yeah, and pretty good visibility from in there. Now, all of this is going to be windows, then this railing here is going to be armor, and then it will slope down into here, and afterwards I have to figure out where I'm going to put in the atmosphere tubing, so the vents. That's one thing I have to figure out, but first I'm going to get this done. And just about done sealing off the bridge. New door, new opportunities. Still, it's not airtight. Not by a long shot, because I am still lacking in quite a bit of silicon. However, most of it is done. Here it is. I do believe the design is commercial enough to fool any NATO digger-arounders that might be sprawling around. I still have some bulletproof glass left though, and I can't wait to get this thing finished, because as soon as I have a control center ready to go, I'll be able to just monitor everything from there. I want to redesign Lump. She's been with me for a while and she's served me well, but right now I'm going to need something smaller and more nimble to get around things. Although I am going to keep her, I'm not going to dismantle her, not by a long shot. But before I get out of here, of this region of space, I'm not going to have the entire ship done, not by a long shot, so I'm gonna need some small craft to weld new equipment around here, especially all the way down here at the bottom of the hull, where the keel should be. Around here I'm gonna want some oxygen tanks and production facility. Since this is the best defended part of the ship, I want to keep all my primary systems around this part. But all in all, this is looking like a pretty decent command center. I'm probably gonna have a couple of computers, maybe more than a couple, around this area here. And possibly even some more timer blocks. Although I do want to figure out where I'm going to have the air vents, because they can come through here or here. It depends on the design options I go with, really. An air vent here could do the job perfectly. Let me grab an air vent blueprint here and see how that would turn out. Come on, let's place it right here. No. Well, I could bring it one little step forward, but I'd have to put the piping in first and it would jut out a bit, but it doesn't seem to pose any sort of issue here. Yeah, and I can keep this this design feature here. although I'm probably gonna want to cover up the piping somehow. Or I can just come in from below. That could be an alternative too. If I can get under here, because this whole area will be separately pressurized. The bridge itself and this little corridor, segment of corridor here. So if I can bring an air vent down to here, that would pressurize the whole cabin, and it would give fewer entry points to, or fewer access points to the piping itself. Although this doesn't seem to do the job either. No, this wouldn't do at all. This would not do. I'm gonna have to analyze this situation for a bit, but for now, bridge is almost up and running and the outer design is complete, so I'm gonna call it here for this journal entry, and hopefully in the next one this thing will be fully operational. Hey everybody, just wanted to thank you all very much for watching and address a couple of comments. First and foremost, I would like to reassure you that this series does have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is not a nameless, an aimless let's play. I do have a story in mind, I do have it all figured out. It will take its time. As you can see, the build is very large and I'm trying my best to keep the story inside the episodes, although of course there is lots of designing and grindy stuff to be done. As for the more rude comments that sometimes appear in the comments section, I'd like to ask people to allow me to respond to them, because it's really frustrating when people leave a comment and I cannot reply. That, whether the comment is rude or not. I have gotten some good comments from people that I couldn't respond to. The reply function isn't there, so I apologize if you haven't received the reply to all comments. That is the reason. So in any case, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching again. Please remember, leave a like, leave a dislike, leave a comment, always tell me what you think, and until next time, as always, I have been TheNirl, and I hope you have an awesome day.